Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to the Mary D Show. We're so glad you made it out today. I know that you're busy, but you still took the time to come to the show. So we appreciate you for that. I also like to welcome the replay viewers. So if you're a replay viewer, we welcome you to the show too. I haven't forgot about you guys. I'm glad you're here. I'd like to let you know today we have a special guest. Our special guest today is Tressa Azurel Smallwood. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this lady, when I tell you she's a powerhouse, it is beyond anything that, I've known her for a few years, but the things that she has done is just phenomenal. This lady has published over 163 books under her moniker was Life Changing Books. She's also created a media empire under her for not only taking the books, but taking the books to make them into film. And when I tell you all of these things have happened in a really short amount of time, this hasn't been long that she's done all these things. But she is not only all of these things, but she is also a friend of mine. I've known her for about almost 5 years, and she's been someone who has been a mentor to me. So I'd like to welcome all of you to my friend, Tressa Azurel Smallwood. Tressa.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you for that warm welcome, Mary.
Oh. Well, see, I know how busy you are, so I know to get you here has not been easy.
But all for you, Mary. All for you.
Thank you. I trust in you. I could tell them your story, but I'm going to have you tell it because it is so unique. This was not something you had ever envisioned for yourself. Am I right?
Yeah, like my story is so different. It's one where people either say, wow, like that's inspiring, or they say, girl, you are crazy.
One or the other.
One or the other. And I'm okay with it because there are days where I wake up and go, what is really going on? What is really going on? So I am grateful for you having me here and welcome everyone. I am Tressa Azarel Smallwood. And like Mary said, my story is very, very unique. I started out as a school teacher, turned book publisher, turned movie producer, and I am just all things media now. So I'm really excited about where God has taken me, and also, just where I started. Sometimes it's really overwhelming when I think about it, but I do lean on my faith. So my understanding of like, this is God's plan for you, girl. So just do right. You don't really have any other choice. Like, this is not my life. I'm really doing this for me. I'm following the steps that have been ordered for me. So even though sometimes it's like, what's going on? I do understand where it all started and why it's happening. So Mary, I don't know, do you want me to share like how I started? You tell me what we're doing here.
Oh yeah, we can go back to how you were on bed rest because that's the beginning. Am I right?
Yeah, that is definitely the beginning. So back in 2001, I was teaching at the time, and I was 3 months pregnant with my daughter Bailey, who is now 19. 19, okay, that tells you how long ago that was. And so I remember the doctor putting me on a 6-month bed rest. And at the time I was like, 6 months, like what do people do on bed rest for 6 months? And so I ended up writing a book while on bed rest because I had a family member who came over and said, hey, you should write a book. And I didn't write this book because it was a long time ago. I wrote the book because I am a go-getter. Been that way all my life. And I knew that I did not want to sit in the bed and just flip the TV and get fat. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm too short. Like 12 donuts to take me overboard. So I was like, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm gonna put myself, all of me into a project. And that project was writing a novel for the very first time. And so for anybody out there who, if you've ever written a novel or you want to write a novel, you probably understand right now, this is not an easy task, right? Dedication. And I did that. Because I come from the educational world, I understood that learning, knowledge, getting mentors, watching videos, all of that was important to me. So I would have books sprawled out across the bed. Just learning, just soaking up knowledge about how to write and publish this book.
Right,
So
right.
by the time I delivered my daughter and I was on maternity leave, I started working on how to self-publish the book. And at that time, people did not think self-publishing was glorious. They were like, oh,
Right.
how do you do that? Self-publishing, that means you couldn't find anybody to validate you. All the naysayers was out there, honey. They come out. And I remember just thinking, oh, I'm going to have to show them that I could do this. So again, at the time, everything from naming my publishing company to deciding to write this book, none of it made sense back then. You're doing something and you stay committed. Like if it's God's plan for you, it will all manifest soon, and you will understand why it is happening. And so I named my publishing company Life Changing Books. And of course, like the novel that I wrote was so crazy, Mary. I mean, an insane, crazy book. One that I used my pseudonym Azurel, right? Because my birth name is Tressa. So I wrote it under a pseudonym because I was teaching 5th grade at the time, and I didn't want to go back to class. And my 5th graders go, "Oh, Miss Smallwood wrote this crazy book," and so I said, "Oh, I'm going to write under a pseudonym, right?" So this thing that name. There's life-changing books. I didn't know what that meant, right? The only thing that life-changing for at the time was these characters need to change. Their lives need to change. So it made sense. It makes sense because I'm changing lives everywhere at a time. It's perfect for me. But at the time, I didn't know whether I was going to fail. But what I do know is if you really want to do something in life, you cannot let fear and anxiety and all of that keep you from doing it. So I was willing to take the risk to try to publish my book. I did it. Within the first 6 months after publishing it, I realized wow, that was a major success. 2 months in, I had already sold 5,000 copies, made 40 grand. As a school teacher with a master's degree back then, I was only making 42 grand. So I was like, well, wait a minute. From a business perspective, this doesn't add up. I love teaching. But I just felt like that the business side of me was eating at me. I want to explore this whole entrepreneurial thing. So I went back to work from maternity leave, never went back. My husband was like, "What are you talking about, lady, that you're not going back to work? You have a master's in education." And so never went back to work. Started my publishing house. By 2005, I was already making $400K a year, publishing other authors, giving opportunities to others. And it was just a beautiful thing. Dreams being actualized. So that was the beginning.
I tell you, but then now let's fast forward. So that was the beginning. That was book number 1, correct?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Okay. Now that book, and it became which one's that? The New York Times bestseller also?
No, I didn't publish my first New York Times bestseller till 2012.
So it was you're learning your craft.
Learning my craft. That's why you gotta take your time and jump in and learn. Your time is coming. Don't compare yourself to others.
Just stay in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you. So, but that was the first. Well, tell me, when you were writing that, did you have any expectations for the book?
I did, but I didn't know what to expect. People tell you all kinds of things. So at the time, I would hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I sold 100,000 copies and I made 300 grand." So I was really believing those people. So I was expecting, and so I was like, you know what? They lying. They telling lies all the way. They telling lies.
But they were telling you this all the while you were writing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's did they ever do? They were just making this up or playing with you, or I mean.
Well, I just think that people love to put themselves out there and make things seem like more than what they are. I think people still do it today, just in a different form. Back then, we didn't have Facebook and Instagram and all of that, and now it's even worse because people are, out here faking. And it's like, you know what? Like, can we just tell the truth for a little bit?
But see, now you can actually, I guess you can find out how people, now it's easier to look and see, are they, because now you have Amazon and now you have reviews and all those things.
Yeah. It's just like, okay.
Was Amazon out there then?
Amazon was there, but obviously there was no ebooks or any of that at the time. It was just on a smaller scale.
Right. Yeah. And now it's a bigger scale. So now you finished the first book. So evidently that bug bit you when you saw you could basically match your income, or without actually going into a classroom. You're at home now, so you can stay home with your daughter and work from home. Yeah. So it changed your life. That one incident changed your life.
One incident of just staying faithful, staying committed.
Whoa. Yeah. I tell you. So now you're still writing.
Yeah.
So the first one, and then you write a second one.
Yeah, I wrote my second book. I cannot really remember the year. Mm-hmm. I want to say it was probably 2004.
Okay.
Yeah. But to date, I've actually written 5 novels. 5 novels. Yeah, I've written a lot of nonfiction pieces as well. Written screenplays. Just writing now.
As they say, I think it's those creative juices that keep going. Once you start, and you stay in them, and they just keep pumping away, and keep those ideas keep coming. But you've published 162.
Yeah.
Okay, so your publishing house has 162.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that you're now turning into movies. But you didn't write all those 162.
No. Some of those I've literally, out of the fictional projects, I've only written 5 of those. Everything else was published by others, right? So if you take like my first book to film adaptation, Jay Trimble wrote Secrets of a Housewife, and we turned that into a screenplay and named it Secrets, but it's based off of the book Secrets of a Housewife. Okay. And now that's a national hit.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they all are. I mean, I see them. I know the one, which wasn't Secrets of a which one? It was Denise Boutte had called us during the.
Yeah, Denise was in Secrets.
And we got the call from her. I said, it's exciting. Anytime you talk with someone you see on screen, it changes the reality for you, as the audience member. So, and then now you finished. I remember in December, I saw Holiday Heartbreak. Mm-hmm. That was another hit. Look,
I love Holiday Heartbreak.
It's such a cute movie.
Yeah,
cute movie. So those of you that were able, it was on BET, and it was on a few nights though. It wasn't on just one. I think it was on a.
When you do a license deal with a network, they're able to play it as much as they want during the time that they have licensed it for. So they have it for like 3-4 years. They're going to play it for a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I thought about. I saw it. I mean, when it came on again, I was watching. Even though I knew the story, it's just cute. It's just cute. The actors are excellent in it, and they did a fabulous job. So yeah, that's one of those. I think we're going to be watching that for years to come.
I hope so, Mary. I hope you are right.
I think so. I have a feeling that we will. But in addition, you also have, this isn't it. We're getting more and more. Like you have movies coming out, or not, I say coming out. You're in production for this year.
Mm-hmm. So we're in production on 7 more movies. Well, no, we've already knocked out. We're in production on 5 more movies this year. And we have 3 movies coming out. We have A Rich Christmas coming out in December. We have Dear Best Friend coming out in November. We have Almost Enough and Through Her Eyes coming out in July. I can't really remember them all right now off the top of my head, but we have a lot of projects that we're both producing and ones that we're releasing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You'll give the Lord some praise for a minute.
Yeah, I tell that is that. I mean, for someone that didn't even know that they would be going into this profession, and then, like you said, now there you really have a production machine now.
Yeah.
You know that you have groups of. I mean, well, I'm thinking you're working on different projects.
Yeah, we work on different projects at different times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I know the one you say when we talk about Christmas movies are very popular. People
Yeah.
love Christmas movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's one of those. I hear people talk about even now. I heard somebody just recently say, I can sit and watch Christmas movies all day.
Yeah, the people love them, and every network spends a lot of time and money preparing those.
To get ready for the Christmas. Well, I tell you too, not that you don't have enough on your plate, but on top of all this, you also do the DMV Summit, which is once a year.
Yeah. Yeah, we
That
just
is
finished. But that's right up my lane. I am obviously an educator at heart. So anything that relates to education, I'm going to do those kinds of things when it comes to sharing information. I do obviously do a lot of mentoring. That's how I met you, Mary, as part of my mentorship group. But that's my love. And so no matter how many movies I produce or screenplays I write, I'm always going to stay in that educational world because that's where my passion lies.
Well, I know you have, do you have interns that work on movies, or that people intern with you, or if they wanted to come on, as I say, volunteers or anything like that? Is there a way that people can do that with you?
So it's really difficult right now because of COVID. So, I don't want to put that out in the atmosphere and get somebody's feelings hurt because, we're still trying. We've had to downsize a lot of things. Obviously, my mentees come on step first. They get first opportunity. And we've partnered with a lot of the colleges. But we still have decreased the amount of people that can help right now. Now, obviously, once the vaccination level changes and we see something new going on, we can probably open it up to others. But the best way right now to kind of get acclimated to that world is just to hop on like some of my free calls. They can use the website at the bottom of the screen, the TressaAzarel.com. And just sign up, put your email address in, and you'll be able to kind of get on some of my free classes to start learning. I think that's the better way right now until we can get out of this, whole COVID era.
Right. If there is, because you never know who might be watching and saying, "Well, how do I get?" And like you said, right now it's just not the time. But as I think we're moving into, that this will come to an end. That would be.
Yeah. Oh, listen. I'm gonna speak that into existence. Whew.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Well, I know. In addition to the movies, you do BET Her. Yeah, that's big too. I mean, it's all of
Yeah. I love those projects because that's a series and they're all health centered. So they're all about, different situations that affect Black women. So we have mental health projects. We have projects focused on breast cancer awareness, domestic violence. So definitely, it's something that's near and dear to my heart. So those have definitely been like my passion projects.
I could tell those. I know too. I know some of the writers on those projects, and
those are your fellow writers that you met. It's really hard for some people to believe that someone can join a mentorship group and really give it their all to the point where they're chosen to actually write episodes for a series like this. Like what? But it can happen. It's an attestament to hard work.
Yeah. It is. It really is. Because like I said, I know some of these ladies personally, and we've gone to just mentor other projects with the retreats. In fact, that's where I met Lori, was at the retreat.
Yeah.
That's how we met. About, I think it's 2 years ago.
2 years. And just think, she was working on projects then and just
Uh-huh.
staying dedicated. She never gave up. Foot always on the pedal. And that's
Um,
what happens for people like that. Like, yeah.
and stayed with, and I know I think she'd written a children's book too. That's when I met her. She had written her first children's book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just hanging in here. That's and you just never know. You just
Yeah.
never know. But and staying in and staying connected
Yeah.
to what's going on with people, and
Yeah.
I just said, you know what, and be willing to work. I
Yeah.
think that's part of it. Be willing to work too, because really, if it's the writing, you can do that. You don't need anyone else to really do that. You just have to do it and
Sure.
get people to edit. Those people that are interested in the writing aspect,
Yeah.
the acting is totally different. But you can still, there's classes, there's online, there's all kinds of methods.
Yeah.
But don't let COVID stop you.
Don't let anything stop you. Don't let
Yeah.
anything stop you because life will throw you curveballs, honey. And you look
Mhm.
up and say, did I miss my opportunity because I was sitting over here just giving myself a pity party? Like, pity party, pity party over.
Yeah, and it's easy to do that.
Yeah.
And then only thing is, like you said, then opportunities will pass you by.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You're not out where they could see you. Basically, you have to be
Yeah.
involved and kind of thing. Well,
Yeah.
what exciting things do we have coming going forward?
Yeah, so my goodness, I would say probably the most exciting thing for me right now is that we're in pre-production on two projects. One is called The Trophy Wife, which is, one of my mentees, it's her project. And then we have Black Wall Street, which is going to be huge. We're in pre-production on that as well.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
You're talking about Black Wall Street.
That's going to be so good. It's
Oh.
going to be a change. It's going to be, like it's just, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest, because there are days where I'm like, wow. But again, this is a project that deals with education. It's history. It's all those things that I believe in. So,
Oh my goodness!
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
this is a major motion. The Black Wall Street is a major motion picture.
This is going to theaters.
Okay, okay. It's like
Yeah.
you have because you listed some of the series that you're working on. I mean, it's actually, if I really you have your series that you're working on.
Yeah, we have 4 different TV series. Like, we have so many projects, Mary, that I'm just like, what is my name? I don't want to understand. Like, before we got on this interview, y'all, this is just a side joke. I was telling Mary, I said, Mary, there are literally 6 people at the door looking at me like, you're getting ready to get on the interview. And Mary, they thought that this interview was for 30 minutes until you hit me that it was not. So they are going to be back at this door in a few minutes. Like, what are you talking about for an hour, lady?
Okay. They're gonna be upset with me, is what it is. But tell them it's all good. It's all good.
So everybody's working on a different project. Have a lot of them in the pipeline. So we're excited.
You have to be. I can't imagine that you're. I mean, just to have all these irons in the fire, and that. That's why in fact, I was telling you before we came on, your humbleness, Tressa, is so. You've always, ever since the day we've met, it's always been there. You've always been so thankful and grateful. I've never seen you go Hollywood. If they caught
Oh, no. We're not doing that. You won't see that. I guarantee you won't see that.
It's never been there. It's always been.
Lord giveth and taketh away. Okay. Remember that.
Yeah. It's true. It is so true. But I tell you, always been the same. I will tell you that too. Ever since day one, I've never seen you be anybody but who you are. So just know that it doesn't matter. Like I said, when I met you, you didn't have any movies.
Right.
You didn't have any movies. You had it was your books. And in fact, if I remember correctly, I had not written a book either.
I know. See, we've been
I didn't have any. I had not written not one children's book, nothing. And we just met from Periscope.
Yeah, we just been growing and growing and growing.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
On the calls and listen to you. That's how it started. I would just get on the
So
calls.
dope.
Uh-huh. And then slowly but surely, I think it starts seeping in.
Yeah, yeah.
That you know what, you can do this.
I love it.
And then the ideas start coming slowly, and then one will come, another will come, and before I knew it, I started writing books. I
Yeah.
think it comes with our belief, though. We have to believe we can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then, I mean, but to go into, I think I was listening to Pam one day, and she said she remembers the day you told her we're going to make movies. And
Oh
she,
yeah, she's still like, girl, what are you doing? Like what? I was like, yes, get ready, get ready, get ready.
and that's her sister,
Yeah.
and and she's right there with you. You're right. You know,
Always, always.
that's a blessing. But I tell you, she knows that these are dreams coming true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dreams coming true. So you're. I mean, the people that you're affected by this is phenomenal. If
Yeah,
you,
I love it.
it is phenomenal that it's not like one or two. This is hundreds of people's careers and lives. And
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't imagine. But you do get your rest.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I take lots of vacations. When it gets overwhelming, I have to unplug for a minute. Like, hey, I need a week. I need a week. And I
Yeah.
love water and I love yachts. So anytime that I need a moment, know that I am off somewhere on the yacht.
Oh, but you do, and then you regenerate, get yourself back going again, and you're
Yep.
ready to go. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think the key too. If you can learn how to have downtime, you
for
can.
sure.
Then you're ready for the up times or the times working because you're used. I think your days. Isn't like what 12, 14 hour days.
Yeah, they much longer than that. My average day is my average day is 14 to 16 hours average.
But it feel like it to you or no?
Certain times it does. If I'm creating, it probably does not. But if I'm physically on a set, it can wear on you.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, yeah.
I can see
I
the
love it.
difference.
I love it. I'm not. Yeah, I love it though.
Mhm.
I
I
know
guess
you listen to your body, and you know when you have to shut it down for a second.
right, right. Because I think that I sometimes I'm working and I can be sitting. Literally, I have fallen asleep at the computer, and
Yeah,
I've learned that it's just you. I should have stopped before that time, but you're working in a place where you're so happy. 'Cause
yeah,
that's what that is. That passion that it doesn't feel like work,
yeah, yeah. It's like,
and you don't even notice it because you're having so much fun until
yeah, yeah,
you're enjoying it so much until you're like, oh yeah, I do need to take a nap or I need to do some rest. That kind of
yeah.
that downtime. So I know, like you said, your downtime is a yacht and water.
Yacht and water, honey. Yacht and water. That's all I need. That's all I need. So I'll be getting that soon.
And I'm not surprised because I can't wait. Because I hope I get invited on the yacht.
Oh yes, honey. We're gonna have yacht parties forever.
Oh
Yacht
my!
parties forever.
I can't wait. You know, wherever that yacht is, I
Yeah, honey.
can imagine that is one of those things I know is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Now,
Yeah.
in any stories that have anything to do with yachts?
No, no, that's funny. Somebody else said it. They said, I thought you would have produced a movie on a yacht or near the ocean. Not
Mhm.
yet, but it's coming, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure I love the water too much not to do that.
Okay, 'cause I know the one Trophy Wife. It was in. You shot it in it's Miami.
Well, we haven't, that was Dear Best Friend.
Oh, Dear Best Friend. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I knew it was coming. I think it's Trophy Wife by Lori.
Yeah, Trophy Wife is by Lori. We're shooting that on Chesapeake Bay.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
well, one of these. I just the fact that you guys ever coming to the West Coast to do any shooting?
So not right now, but you know what? You never know what God's plan is. You know what I'm saying? So
That's good.
you just say, you know what? We'll see.
Okay, but just come on out. As they say, come on here, come on out.
Yep. Yeah.
We're definitely right here. But I know too. Now, are you just, you're not accepting scripts or anything right now, right? Because you're, or are you? I don't know.
No, we don't just accept open scripts anyway. Though remember,
Okay.
we pretty much go through a company that accepts them for us, or people who are in my mentee group. They obviously have access to and know how to submit, but we don't
Right.
openly accept take them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So the way to really to get in contact with you and learn as far as your production and everything is to go through the VIP club to start there.
Well, I think just TressaAzarel.com. It's a free site, right? And you enter
Okay.
your email. That way you start to get on the free calls and just understand what I'm looking for, when I'm looking for it, starting the relationship there. And that's a free opportunity. From there are all kinds of things, from VIP clubs to mentorship groups. But I want people to start with a free opportunity so that they can find their way and see where they fit in.
Right.
Because
And
some people get connected to me, Mary, and they don't want to be with me. They're like, this lady works way too much, and I'm not trying to work that hard.
no way.
No, seriously. I mean, you love all of this entrepreneurial and go, go, go. But there's some people that think that they want this, but they really don't.
Because it's more than what they bargained for.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. When I say a lot of work, but it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
The truth on that, honestly, and if I were to switch the camera, you guys will see all the things I'm working on. But at the same time, I do not feel like it's work.
Yeah.
It feels like there's not enough hours in the day because I want to do it so much, and and you want it to be good, and you're editing, and you're writing, or you're working with the graphic artist. I don't think there's any part of this that I can say I really don't love.
Yeah.
It's funny because we both started as educators, and
Absolutely.
we're going to always be educators. I think that's in our blood.
Dear to my heart.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel too. I love it. I haven't. I'm still trying to think of any part of it I don't like.
Yeah.
And maybe because we had other careers and this is totally different.
Yeah.
It is, so I could be it too. It could be any of those reasons. But the point is, as they say, I'm catching on to your coattails.
Well, I am so glad to be connected to you, Mary.
Oh, I am too, Tressa. I tell you, I admire you, as you definitely know, and I just have so much admiration for the things you've done and things you're doing. And the team that you put together is just phenomenal. The people that you surrounded yourself with, it's all love.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and everybody is like, how can we lift her up? We're trying to she's trying to go someplace. We're trying to help her get there.
Yeah, listen, prayer. People always say, well, what can I do for you? Prayer answers everything, honey.
Well, we all need that.
Yeah. That's the key.
Well, what would you, if someone is interested and just as I knew nothing, what advice would you give the person that is getting started?
Yeah, I would definitely say don't just listen to the people just out there doing it, right? Because anything that you do in life, there are different levels to doing it. Whether even, let's just say, if that's writing a book, there are people out there that will teach you how to write a book, but they've never published a book. They've never done it successfully. They've sold like 4 books and then they want to teach you. Well, that means, you're not going to get the best if they have not done their best. So I always say research people, find out what they've really done first. Mary, when I was mentoring you and then teaching you how to build your mentorship group and your coaching, I was like, Mary, you've done a lot of amazing things. Let people know the success of what you've done, because they will sign up with you versus signing up with someone who's just at home and saying, hey, I got this class. In the film industry, I get people who come to me and tell me that somebody has taught them how to write a script, but they've never had a script on anybody's TV at all.
Right.
At all. Nowhere. The script didn't go anywhere. But you wrote it, you might have written it, but now you're going to teach somebody else how to write it, but yours never went anywhere. So there are a lot of people who listen to all that. I am so grateful that I never did that. I went and found me mentors who were doing it, who had
Right.
proof. So
Right.
any business that you're in, go with the folks that have the proof.
Right.
That's
Right.
what
Right.
you want
And, and know that it may not be easy finding that person that, like you said, there are people that they see your work ethic and it's like, no, this is not. I need to, it
They
may.
like, oh, too much. Give me the lower version of her.
This, but it takes time and energy. It's and everybody has their different places for all of us. So there is no one for it. You know what I mean? There's no one size fits all. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
No one
absolutely.
size fits all. And one thing too, which people may or may not know, you're not in the LA area.
No, 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 no. I'm in the Washington, D.C., Maryland area. I mean, now, with virtual, you can be
Right.
everywhere and because of virtual. So a lot of times the people that are in my programs and get access to me, they
Mhm.
just get online. So I have people who
Right.
are connected to me from everywhere. Just think, Mary, I've known you all these years and you're
Mhm.
on one coast, I'm on the other.
I know. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah,
But we make it work though.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
there are no limits. It's like the barriers have come down.
Yeah,
Whether wherever you are in this world, really,
yeah,
and definitely with all these devices and the way we can communicate, it's been a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely, it's been a good thing. So the new person, you can make sure you get connected with the right people.
yeah,
Make sure that you do your homework.
yeah,
Nobody's going to do it for you.
yeah.
And be careful. I think you just can't assume. What you're really saying is that make sure that they have a track record.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And you got to just do your research and
Mhm.
figure out. Ask some other people that they've helped. Like, how is it working with that person? If you go and ask my mentees, how is it working with me? You're gonna get all kinds of answers. This lady is draining me. She had me up all night. I'm so tired, but I'm scared to quit. You get all kinds of responses. Some are like, "Oh, yes, she changed my life. I'm so excited." Some are like, I pray that she does not find me for 2 weeks.
Oh
You'll get all
no.
kinds of responses, but you'll get honesty from people when you go and ask. So I just say you should ask people about anybody that you're getting ready to work with. Hello, Vanessa Robinson.
I was gonna call all their names. People that left comments: Vanessa, Kathy, Gwen.
Hi, Kathy.
I tell you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome to.
Hi, everybody.
Because I can't see. These are the only ones I can see as their names. If you put a comment in, I can call your names out. So if you want to put a comment in, I think it's only on Facebook. I see the comments though. But thank all of you guys. Because even though we see those comments, there's so many more people watching the show than there.
So good. I'm proud of you, Mary. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Tressa. This is, and I'll be the first to admit, uncharted, and at the same time, I really have a good time with it.
Uncharted territories are the best.
You're kidding.
Uncharted territories are the best.
Oh my goodness. It has been, I've learned a lot from this podcast. So I've learned a lot and it's all been good. It's
Yeah.
all been good. People have come on. It was a couple, was it two ladies on last week and their book is #1 on Amazon. They sent a message back. They said, Mary, thank you. It was, they came on the show on Monday and the book launched on Wednesday.
I love that story.
And they were thanking me. So yes. So
yeah, changing lives, Mary.
Just like somebody else I know. And even though we may not, I think, like I said, it's the passion and the happiness and the energy of doing what we do. I really think that's it. I didn't get a chance to read the message. Like Noko, okay. Inoko, greetings and love and empathy. I missed it. The message. Let me see. Did you see it?
I didn't see the message. I just see it says greetings of love and empathy.
Okay.
Jari Shalom Foundation, crime survivors for safety and justice.
Thank you, Inoko. I don't think I got a chance to say hi. Some other messages came. Oh, Elaine came, and it says, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
I tell you, Elaine says hi there.
I love it.
Elaine is it. I think, yeah, I think she makes it almost every week.
That's
To the
awesome.
show
Nice,
every week.
nice to virtually meet you, Elaine.
Oh, I tell you, she's a sweetheart. She's an educator also, retired educator.
Ooh, ooh.
And she helps students get scholarships.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh yeah, she works really, really hard. In fact, everybody on here that I know, they are all committed to the community on how they
That's
can help.
that's what's up. I'm telling you. Like, I mean, when you get in there and um, you know, just kind of do for others, everything else will fall in place.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, those I can tell you a lot of educators on there, without a doubt. Maybe because like you said, when you're in education, you're always in education. It's
Yeah,
never that you're not. I don't think that you're
yeah.
not educating and providing wisdom to the young people. Because I know too. Isn't there a camp that you mentor students at too, Tressa? Is there?
Uh-huh. We haven't done it lately because of COVID. So we
Right.
haven't, we don't, I don't know when we'll resume that. But
Mm-hmm.
man, I love the youth. So I'm always working to make sure that that I work with them, just to give them opportunity, give them exposure.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. But that's just it's who you. It's in you. That's
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I love.
I tell you, anytime we can give back to kids, that just it makes a world of difference. I
Yeah.
know I spoke to the middle school and the kids, I was teaching them how to write a children's book, and they said, I thought it was going to be harder than this. And,
Yeah.
but that's because we make things harder than they sometimes than they really are.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
but it was so just this was a group of fifth graders, and it was so cute. They were so um, wonderful. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could write it. When I just had them take the paper and I showed them how to fold it, and then they started writing. They were like, "Oh my goodness, is this a book?"
Yeah. I love it.
I tell you, it definitely is a book. But I can tell the ladies that are on here. I can't thank you enough. I'm looking at their. It's another banner that came through. I don't even know which one it is, but I went to make sure. Oh, there's the example. Here we go. That's not the banner I meant to put it. Here we go. But
I see it on my end.
okay, let's see. There we go. There, I got it. I think I got it together. I tell you. So, young people, the word we like to tell you is don't give up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Don't give up. And your dreams can come true.
Yes, indeed.
So, and I think without Tressa can attest to that. Even I don't think. Did you ever dream this big? Do you remember thinking?
I've always been a big dreamer, but this wasn't, again, this just kind of happened for me. So, I definitely never dreamt all of this for sure, because it just wasn't a part of my plan. But I've always been a big dreamer. I believe you can do anything that you want to do as long as you put in the work.
Well, I think without a doubt you've been putting in the work. You've put it in. You set the bar as to as being in your, because I think I even told you I came with the name for my media company, which is gonna get going pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's dope. I can't wait.
But
This is so
I'm gonna be honest with you, I never in my life thought about a media company. It was
yeah.
never
This
it
is
was
just how it happens, Mary. Like we are living proof that this is how it happens.
and just keep it moving.
Yeah,
Keep moving and keep believing and be a giver.
for sure.
Uh-huh. I think without a doubt, be a giver. Don't know that giving is part of it. Uh,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
mhm. I know where they say if you have a closed head, nothing can come in and nothing can go
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
No,
you have
I'm definitely big on that. But I think everybody has to have their own characteristics that go with them. I'm
mhm.
naturally a giver, so that is
Without it, of yourself and your time. Because
yeah,
I'd be like, now how does Tressa do all this now?
yeah,
I don't know, but one thing I say, really you're very organized.
Well, I
You're
don't know about that. Now I hire people who are organized.
yeah, but they keep you organized. Those people do. They and
Yeah.
they're I think they're knocking at the door right now.
Right, right. They're like, how much
There they
longer?
are. They're saying it's like okay now. I can
Right,
tell
I'm trying to be all discreet. You want to come and say hello?
it's like, and I know, but I knew when I got you. Like I said, has this been about six months to get this interview time? I think so.
Oh my goodness, yes, Mary. Yes. That's why I was like, oh,
Yes.
I'm doing this today. I'm doing this.
But it was just I can't tell you enough how happy I am that you came on because I already know if I don't catch you right now, it's going to be almost impossible in the next year to get this kind of time with you. This will be
Yeah.
reviews. People will be saying you got 1 hour of her time.
Right, right. But you know what, Mary? Listen, and you'll be able to tell them that you literally got this time because you've been there for years. That's why you got this kind of time. Because believe me, they were like, no way, no way, no way. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then even when I got ready to get on, it was like an hour. I was like, yeah. Oh, okay.
And you said, and they're like, "Are you crazy?"
I
And
was like, are you crazy? So
they
yeah,
had to because like I said, I'm in those meetings when 15 minutes is like that's all I can do. I
yeah.
and so I know this is an honor. This is a
Yeah,
gift.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
I thank you for taking the time to this and really telling people that it really is whatever you make it to be. This life is you can have whatever it is.
Absolutely. Gotta
That
go.
yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Hey. Hey.
And that I remember it's been about 3 or 4 years ago. You were talking about the yacht. You said,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time. And now, the way you're talking now, it could be any day now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before you know it, it's going to be a reality. But I already know some kind of movie idea is going to come to you from the yacht. I don't know
Yeah.
what it'll be something that you'll be like, yeah, we can shoot this here. We can make this happen for sure. For sure. We're gonna.
I love it.
It'll come to you. That's coming. I know too. On the next your shorts, the BET shorts. How did
Uh-huh.
that come about? How did that come about that you were doing those?
Yeah, those were started at BET Her with Larissa Bates. She that was her baby. And when she brought me in to be able to do some of those episodes, we
Mhm.
started that relationship with, again, mental health awareness was one and breast cancer awareness was the other. So we did those the first year and those were very successful. So this year we added domestic violence to the ticket. So we shot domestic violence, mental health, and breast cancer. And so these projects will air on BET Her on July 10th of 2021 and then on October 9th for breast cancer 2021. So we're really excited because those movies definitely change lives.
Now those, I know one of them. I think was Vivica Fox. Is she in it or is she the
She's the
director?
director. So this year, our directors are Vivica Fox, Mona Scott Young, Yvette Nicole Brown, Taronda Jones, and Caroline Robinson. Those are our directors, and we have a really incredibly talented cast. Um, we have Michelle Mitchner. We have Yandy Smith, Eva Marcel, Debbie Morgan. I mean, the list goes on and on. Like just really amazing cast this go round.
Wow. Now,
Yeah,
I mean, these for some of the names we know as being actresses or actors. You can be an actor, male or female, but
yeah,
you've
yeah,
never known them to direct. So, is this their debut
yeah.
directing?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
debut. So we're really just giving opportunities to females and asking them to come from in front of the camera to behind
Mhm.
the camera. Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking that there's a kind of excitement with them of being in a different position other than being
Yeah.
in front of the camera. Yeah, for them to do that.
Yeah. No, they are so elated. I mean, always just talking about how grateful they are. Just for the opportunity. And I love it because we're, growing together.
Oh, that's wonderful. I know. I think it's no. You. This is your second year with the
Yeah, this is my
initiative.
second year.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they always film in the early part of the year
Yeah, we
to come.
always film in like March or April so that they
Okay,
can release in July, etc.
I tell you, I know too. When I saw Holiday Heartbreak, and I think you said it filmed in August, but it played on BET in December. I said that
Yeah.
was to me that was quick,
Yeah,
to do.
that's not normal. That's not normal.
Right.
That's very accelerated. But that was because we were in the middle of COVID. They needed Christmas movies, and we filled a void and was able to make that happen.
I just, like I said, it's a fast track.
Yeah, yeah. The fast track. Yeah.
All right. Well, they got and Tiffany came on. She's been on the show too, and she was.
Oh
I was
yeah.
I
This is
talked with
great.
her, but she is so. She was just so grateful. She was
Yeah.
so grateful for the opportunity to do holiday
This
party
is
because she
amazing.
said it started out. It was I forget the title, something butterflies, chasing
Yeah.
butterflies,
Chasing butterflies. Yeah.
right? And it ended up being holiday heartbreak. I
Yeah.
think.
Tiffany is amazing.
Oh, I really enjoy her. And she's like, just keep going, Mary. It's gonna happen. Just keep.
Yeah. That's what I keep telling people.
Don't give up now. She said, you're too close to the finish line. She tells
Yeah.
me. And so
Yeah.
I think she's doing something else. She was just telling me she's always writing. She was, well, I know what it was. I saw she's casting for her show
Yeah.
online.
Yeah. And that's what
That's
you got to do. You got to keep going, keep doing stuff. Stay, keep it moving. Like keep some stuff
yeah.
going. Right? Don't get stagnant at any point. So I'm really proud of
Right.
her.
Oh, I know. She's excited about working with you always. I think
Yeah.
we all get um we admire you. It reminds me of like a mother hen.
Yeah.
And we all are just like, yes, we're watching, seeing someone in their element, do what they
Yeah.
love, be appreciative of being in the place, and understanding how to hold that place. Does that make sense? Of
No. That
yeah,
makes perfect sense. Yeah, because I am very grateful. I don't take it for granted at any point. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm definitely
But like you
grateful.
said, God will give it, and if you start acting like it's all you,
Hey, hey, you will change all that.
no,
Yes.
we don't want that for sure. We are
Yeah.
thankful and grateful for the opportunity, and because I have many people I think would say it's not that they wouldn't have been able to do it, but it'd been harder to do it.
Yeah.
It's harder to get through those, break down those barriers, or get through those doors. It's what it is. So it's not an easy thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to let you get going because I know they're about to break down your door.
I wish there was a camera over here so you could see them.
No, I don't want to see it because I know because you thought it was 30 minutes and now we're past that. But I'm gonna let you get off a little earlier and I'm gonna talk to the audience. But I'm going to tell you, I love you, Tressa. You know that.
Thank you, Mary. I
And
appreciate you so much.
no, thank you for coming on. I know this wasn't easy to get some of your time, but I do appreciate it. Love
I
you, and I'll
appreciate
see you
you.
soon.
Love
All
you,
right.
honey. Appreciate you.
All righty. Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye
Okay, bye
bye.
bye.
Ladies, gentlemen, that was Tressa Azurel Smallwood. She is, I heard, to get her for as long as we had her, for those of you know how precious time is because you have people that busy. She was saying that when she came on, there was people in her office then. And then of course, when she was filming, then they had to leave. But I knew to have her present it was a gift. It was a gift of her time to come on. I'd like to thank each and every one of you when you come on. When when you make a comment, when you just being here watching the show. You don't have to comment at all, but just being here and being present, you're the gift. You're the gift to the Mary D show. And I can't thank you enough. whether you comment or not, I can't thank you enough. I want to definitely encourage you, those of you that would be so kind to do it. You can go to YouTube and you can subscribe to the show, and then you could, I think if you make a comment, it'll also let you know when the show comes on. As many of you know, on Facebook, it's always live every Monday. So I try to make sure that, exactly 1 o'clock, I hit the go live button. So you'll be here, and the show will be on for you. We have a special guest coming next Monday, and her name is Shelley Dansby Chaucer. I don't know. I hope I said her name right. This lady is working on her, not just working, so she just completed her doctoral. And what's interesting about it, what she's telling people, it's not as hard as you think it is. Some of us, it's as we said before, and just talking to Tressa, some things, I'm not trying to say it's not hard, but I think we make it harder, sometimes make it harder in our mind than than it really, really is. And that's what she's going to talk about. Just don't be afraid. So there's somebody here that's listening to this that has wanted to go for their doctorate and hasn't done it because out of fear. And what she's going to do is talk to you about, you can take that fear, just take the fear away. Take the as they say, take the F, what's the F out of fear is ear. I think someone told me, we were talking recently. So just know that only the fear is what's in your mind. And that doesn't go for that doctor. It can be for anything you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do, take the time and do it. Don't feel like you can't do it, because really, as you all know, and Tressa just mentioned, there's nothing that's too hard for you to do. As I mentioned when I met her, it's been about 5 years. I had never written a book, not one. And I say that because now I write books all the time. Here it is, 5 years ago, didn't have one book, and now numerous books is coming. I think I always wanted to, I just didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to start. I mean, once I did start, I've been writing. So if writing is not your thing, maybe you're, as I've said, maybe whatever it is that you want to do, it could be gardening, it can be sewing, it can be crocheting, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever it is, if you want to do it, do it. Don't limit yourself and say, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do this. Yes, you can. As long as you're able to do it, don't say what you can't do. You can really say what you can do. Take the time and use the time to do what you can, not don't worry about what you can't. I would encourage you to do that. So I'm going to let you go just a little bit earlier, and to welcome you to the next show. Oh, before I do, let me make sure there's no comments where I don't want to end the show and then somebody left a comment. See, here we go. Elaine, I'm going to put it on the screen. Then I have to pull it where I can see it. Here we go. It was nice to meet you too, Miss Tressa Smallwood. I've heard great information today. Thank you to you and my friend Mary. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Elaine. I tell you, Elaine, I'm going to tell you, did I tell you I missed you? I told you I missed you last week. I had to send Elaine a message. I missed her. I said, Elaine, if you're not there, I think, what's going on? Oh, here's it. And then it's another message. This is from Inoko. Ladies, thank you, Mary. Oh, God bless. God bless you too, Inoko. And congratulations on your position. Congratulations. All right. Ladies, gentlemen, I can't thank you enough. We will be back a week from today with, I guess, our new guest, and this doctor. I forgot her name. It's Dr. It's Dansby Saucer, and she will be here. So thank you again. I'll see you in a week. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.